Look at that. Making myself a bee bed. Don't quite have it fully constructed, but we have the bee hive. That's right. Bees back on the homestead. Just picked them up right now. And I have them right here. They're gonna be inside here, but until I get that ready, I want to let them to be able to go out and pollinate. So let's go ahead and release them. Release the bees. There we go. Yeah. A few casualties, but ultimately they're gonna figure things out. So I'm gonna grab them some of last season's honey, and then I'm gonna grab them some of the wax and things from the other hives, put it in here so that way they have some food and things to use to be building with new material. But first thing you do is go right up on the shade. I wonder how they'll be with the shade. I don't think they'll get too trapped, but maybe they will. Here, put this. I guess let's put it so they're not flying straight up into the shade. They'll probably figure it out regardless. But sun's starting to come out. It's not raining like it was anymore, so they'll be nice and happy. And they're not too dumb, but they are fairly, it takes them a while to figure things out. But they do. He'll figure out how to get out of there. Or he'll just go back inside when he gets tired. But yeah, we're gonna get this bee bed finished up. So I got these mounts. I got these angles from a place I was working before, and I cut up a T-stake, welded it to them for the base. This is the last one I have to attach, and then they're gonna go inside here, and they'll end up filling this up. This is where they're gonna come out at. I'm gonna put a little chamber right here that comes over and goes here, so that way they have to go through that chamber to get out, so I have a place where like kind of keep bugs and other things out of their hive. But they're gonna eventually fill all the gaps, everything in with propolis, and this will be a really sweet bed to lay on. So having it like this, I can then attach the walls and the roof to it, and you can lay inside it. So that'll be coming in more videos. So. Oh, poor guys. Yeah, a few casualties. Like, help me. Okay, let's get you guys some food and maybe some water nearby too. Well, they're already starting to get a little snack on that honey. They like it. It's full of comb too, so they can walk on it pretty easily. And it's going crystallized, so it doesn't stick to them too much. Yeah. They like that honey, huh? Yeah, get some food, guys. Eat up, build your strength. You're gonna be a super thriving hive, especially with a hive this big. Like this bee bed with one hive, that's gonna really hold a lot of honey and allow them to get in large numbers. And it'll be good too for going through winter time. We'll be able to store a lot of honey in here and make sure that they can stay warm and happy, especially when the top is built up on this and it can hold their heat in it. Yeah, it'll be really cool, because that side vent that I'm going to put in here to help keep predators and parasites and different things from getting in, that's going to also, I'm going to put holes up here with screen vents in these guys, so I'll just drill like a 1-inch hole in each one of them and staple a screen on the back side so these can't get through, and then they'll be able to exhaust up into the chamber and heat the chamber above. So then you can lay on this, and it'll be almost like a sauna inside. Yeah. Alrighty. This is exciting because look at the garden. It is, we got dandelions. Everybody has dandelions, but look at all these raspberries are about to bloom. The cherry tree is in full bloom, and it's actually getting to the tail end of it, so I'm really happy we got the bees, because it should still have some blooms for another couple days. The petals haven't started falling off yet, so that's good, but they're on the edge. You can see there's a few that actually have fallen off. I didn't notice those till now, but earlier none had. So there's still some good amount of pollination that can be done. Lilacs are coming in. There's all kinds of dandelions in the green belt around. This the fire and ice is blooming like crazy. Strawberries, the blueberries. So yeah, they're gonna have a good amount of nectar to be able to supply them. And right now, like the currant and just the berry, they're going like crazy. Look at all those blooms on the currant. Yeah. Did miss the service berry though. Service berry is pretty much done with. But we got the honeyberries that still have a lot of blooms. Strawberries are just starting to opening up their blooms, so that'll be great for the bees. And the blueberries, we only have one variety so far that's even opened up any flowers, and they're right on the edge. And then we have all this elderberry. So we got 3 different elderberries. All of them are going to flower right now, so won't be long on them. We got these little teacup guys that just really produce a lot of flowers throughout the year. You can see they're spreading like crazy too. And then this is a magnolia vine that's about to open up its flowers. So yeah, we got the bees just in time to make sure that we'll be able to get good pollination for all the plants in here. And then in the summertime, like with all the tomatoes and everything else in the garden, that's really going to help tremendously. So it's good to have them now, even though there's not a huge amount in bloom. Everything's just so close to the edge that, you know, they're really going to be a major benefit. So just keeping them giving them a little honey for right now so they can keep up that energy and keep going until everything goes into full swing. It's going to be an amazing year. The first little guy just made his way through the hole. That is great. So I ideally want them to come out from here. I was thinking about making a little bit more of a landing pad on there, but I never had a landing pad on the other hives and they seem to do okay. So I put some honey inside that chamber in there that I built. You can see the bees. I put the I put their other their frames. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames in there. They're a little bit more divided than what they were before. I ended up just doing this makeshift because, well, the frames are like, well, you can see. The frames are just slightly higher than what I want them to be. So there's a little bit of a gap right here, but I'm going to seal that just a little bit better. It's small enough where the bees can't actually get in and out through there, which is good. Regardless, they'll end up sealing everything off, but at the same time, you don't want them to get too cold. So, but this is gonna really make sure that they kind of start making comb in between the areas. And as I can get them to shift the comb, then I can get rid of all this and just seal it. So basically, I need to make those a little bit smaller, but I don't want to hurt their brood and all that by trying to take the old frames apart. So we'll make it work. We'll figure this out. So I might end up just like breaking the top of the old frames off just so I can get it below the height, and then I can get them all inside there just fine. But otherwise, they're figuring it out and they're starting to come through the hole. I can go ahead and go do some work today, and they'll figure all this out and have fun while they play. Pollinate my cherries and blueberries and everything. So this is going to be a really cool experiment, so stay tuned for more videos.